Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the KB Money Show. I'm Keon. I'm here with Big Ken. So we want to discuss a topic that's near and dear to our heart, and we feel it's very important that the culture and the community listens to this because it's gonna be hard to hear. Y'all might not finish the video. Y'all might click off of this one, but we promise if you stay on, you're gonna learn something, and it might improve your life because it's a lesson that needs to be heard. So today we're discussing fashion and how to balance fashion with budgeting. And this is going on with our series on budgeting. But I want to kick it to Ken because I want to hear how has your budgeting and fashion been commingled in the past decade or two? Like how has it evolved?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I start kind of earlier on, and then I'll progress up to present day. And I'm not saying I'm the most fashionable person by any means. So I know there's some people out there they jump clean. I'll be like, man, you clean, like okay. But I just remember growing up, and I could not wait to school started because you got to show off your fresh fits. I remember, and so at least the first 2 weeks, then you start getting creative with like wearing the same pants but got a different shirt, you just start mixing stuff around. You know how it go. Like you trying to make
Oh
it
yeah.
stretch. Uh but um but the thing is you're not paying for it, right? Like and so like
Mm,
you're seeing some of this stuff and like you want your parents to pay for it and you don't really have a concept of budgeting and kind of you I mean, I think we did okay. You know what I'm saying? Like we always had a roof over our head. Here and there, we had some, got some nice little things here and there. So they did their best to take care of us. I mean, but we wasn't like balling out of control either. But when you seen folks that had the J's, you know what I'm saying? Like you seen the J's, you was like, man, I want them. Like, but doggone well, they were like a buck 20. And so like putting that pressure on your parent now, like being an adult, you look like, dang, okay. I do kind of see the pressure of like your parents like really want to do that for you, but then they're having to balance the budget and like, okay, I gotta just tell them no. But then they may stretch the budget sometimes to maybe get you that pair of shoes and they probably shouldn't have got you, but the love and they want to do more for you than what was done for them. And I think a lot of times people don't realize that like they did the best that they can, and sometimes they stretched it probably when they shouldn't have. And so now, and so when you reflect back, you actually kind of have an appreciation for it. Like you really was like trying to make sure I was fresh because you knew that there was that peer pressure, that social peer pressure when it comes to fashion, right? And so, like again, like so going back to like the J's and things like that, like you just you want it, right? Like, and so and then when you start working on what I talked about on another a few videos back was when I started working. That's all I bought. Like I bought all the Air Forces. Like I had so many Air Forces, it was crazy. And but that's what all my money went to. And so like if you're not mindful, you can get caught up in the culture as much as it's cool and things of that nature, man, you can blow a budget quick going back to budget busters. And so, you know, kind of fast forward into today, that's where I came up with something called fun money. I just created it myself. It may be in some different variations from other people, but like I created fun money for me and my wife to where no questions asked. You can blow this money on whatever you want, no questions asked. So now, if you want to buy those J's, you can get them J's. Or if you want to get that shirt, you can get that shirt. That dress, you can get that dress. Whatever. And also, that includes food. So if y'all want to go splurge it out on the restaurant, that's cool. That you blow it, and feel good about it. But just make sure you're doing something that you genuinely enjoy. So that's how I look at fashion today. And as a matter of fact, with my fun money, because we could talk about budget and stuff like that, man, but that stuff can feel lame and boring and just like restrictive. But hey, I bought these with my fun money. Like I still love Jordans to today. Yeah, I'm a professional and all that, but like I love Jordans. I love Jordans. There's other little things I enjoy as well. And so what we're gonna do is we gonna make budgeting fun. Like we're gonna make budgeting great again. Like I'm saying, like and show you how to do both. Be responsible and enjoy some of the little fun things in life as well. I kick it over to you to get your perspective on fashion too.
Man, that's a great point. And so, like I said, I just graduated college. And I got a little bit lucky. I mean, of course, there was your fashionistas and people that was putting it on in my college, but I'm fortunate. I didn't go to a HBCU. I know in some of the HBCUs,
Oh
it's
man, it would have been crazy.
like
You'd have been blowing your whole refund check.
oh yeah, it's a runway every day. Not even counting the days when you got to come up in business attire. But yeah, it's you can blow a lot of money in clothing. But I'm fortunate in that there were other things that I blew my money on, but fashion was never really huge for me. Maybe when I was in middle school and high school, before I started having to pay for it myself. Like I would be on
Yeah.
the Nike website back when you can make custom shoes. I remember I would just be in class, just customizing all type of basketball shoes, LeBrons and all that, all type of neon colors. Shoes come out $250. I'm knowing I'm never gonna get them, but still just customizing them and making them. And then once I started working in high school, I was still a little bit in my the phase where I wanted to keep up with what other people was wearing. You know, I was buying J's and stuff like that. But I just remember I had one moment. I remember I got my first pair of J's. I love them shoes. But I just had one moment where, okay, I'm moving on to my second pair. There was these, I think there was like white cream and red 11s. I bought them, and then the next day, before I didn't wear them right away. I wasn't. I'm like, let them simmer a little bit.
Hey, you already know. Hey, you can't wear it with everybody else. It don't hit the same when everybody got them and wearing them at the same time. You like, I'm gonna buy them and I'm gonna wait like 6 months to a year when it died
Yeah,
down or the other thing got old and dingy, and then I'm gonna pull them out and they be like, man, when you get them, So I already know. I already know.
that's that's it. But I had a moment where I was like, okay, they in my closet. Nobody know I got them yet though. So then I just went to school the next day, and I went to school in Mississippi, man. I went to school. I seen some goofballs wearing the shoes. I was like, them the same shoes I just bought, and in my mind, I'm like, so that means I got the same fashion sense he got. Not that I'm no fashion king or that I'm not a goofball. I'm a goofball in my own way, but I was like, man, just seeing them shoes on certain people's feet made me think, did I buy those shoes because I wanted them or because I wanted to be seen in them? Or, you know what I mean? I wanted
Mm.
others to know I had them. And I went back and returned them shoes the next day. I was like, man, I don't want these shoes no more, man. I'm cool. If I'm buying something, it's gonna be because I genuinely like it and I want it. Like I think that's kind of how you have to. That's a budget buster. Wanting to be seen in something and feeling like you need to go buy it right
Mm.
then and there, trying to keep up with a trend. That'll blow your budget fast. And so I think for me, the way I approach fashion now is I look for because something that became popular while I was in college too is fast fashion. Now, of course, this is more pertinent to the women that's watching. You can, I mean, I watch my ladies. You can get a Sheen haul, buy 30 pieces of clothes for $30, and then none of it'll be good 2 months from now. It's all ripped and torn up, so you got to buy it again. But what I find is the best move for me moving forward is just slowly building your wardrobe up over time. Don't feel that pressure to build it up all at once. Start finding the pieces that work best for you. Figure out what colors work good on you, and just figure out what your fashion is, and just slowly build up over time. Like for me, I find that I do like wearing business attire, which is funny because growing up, you couldn't pay me to put a suit on. I hated it, but now I guess I've just grown into it and I really enjoy it. So now I'm just investing into getting maybe one suit jacket at a time, one pair of suit pants at a time, one pair of nice dress shoes at a time, and picking what I like. And so I'll give an example. I remember we talked a couple episodes ago about ego spending. So again, even with this strategy, you have to be conscious of where you are in your process. I know that right now, I'm not at the process to where I need to buy the best, the most expensive suit. I just need to buy a suit that still looks good, that'll get the job done and help me make the sale. So I
Yeah.
remember I started my job roughly 6 months ago. And so I went to a suit store and I bought one or two suits and I bought some shoes. And like I said, I didn't go for the most expensive ones. I could have. They had them in there. I was like, "Oh, that's this
Yeah.
Italian." The salesman like, "This is the Italian, like from Italy." And I was like, well, I'm from Gulfport. I don't think I need that right now. I'll be okay."
Yeah.
So let's let's hold off on that one. But like I said, just build your wardrobe over time. Don't feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses or the Tyrones or whatever. Just keep up with yourself and stay with your own track.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think the takeaway here from a practical tip standpoint, which will add value to you is, and I remember sharing this with you. I remember you sending me a text like, "Hey, man, I'm trying to get my shoes," you know. But anyway, so and what I had shared with you, and I think you get it. Buy one like with your check, break it down. Like buy a piece every time you get paid. You start buying things based on your needs, and then you start putting it together, and then you start really getting creative with it because now you can start mixing and matching stuff, and then now before you know it, you kind of got a nice little business attire or like business casual or just have your style, and then you like, man, I like this, and then you feeling pretty good about what you got, and you didn't kill your budget all at one time, and so that's a strategic way to uh build your wardrobe without busting your budget. So
That's it. Like I said, we hope this really helped you guys out. Like I said, you don't gotta go do what everybody else is doing. Do what you want to do, plan it, invest in yourself. And like Kenny said, just slowly over time, budget money towards it. And a year or two from now, you'll look back and be like, man, I done built up a decent little wardrobe and I'm not hurting for it. So
yep.
the best outfits, I feel like you feel better in the outfit if you know you didn't sacrifice your light bill for it. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.